Welcome to Clear Minds. You fought tooth and nail to get clean, and you figured that was the hardest part, right? But what happens when you realize the biggest threat to your sobriety isn't a substance, but the person sleeping next to you? If you're feeling like your relationship is secretly sabotaging your recovery, I need you to hear this. You're not alone, and you're not crazy. We're going to break down the critical mindset shifts you need to protect your sobriety and finally get the freedom you've worked so hard for. In recovery, we get really good at spotting our triggers. We learn to avoid certain streets, old friends, or even the time of day that screams danger. But one of the most difficult triggers to see can be the one sharing our home and our life. A toxic partner can torpedo your recovery into a million little ways. Maybe they're still using and their lifestyle is a constant invitation back to your old life. Or maybe they're sober, but their behavior is just as destructive. They might be controlling, relentlessly critical, or an expert in emotional manipulation. This kind of behavior grinds down your self esteem, keeps you in a state of constant stress, and makes you feel completely alone, all of which are massive relapse risks. You might feel like you're always walking on eggshells, swallowing your feelings, or hiding from the very friends and family who actually have your back. If a relationship consistently leaves you feeling drained, small, or on edge, it is actively working against you. Staying in a relationship that is chipping away at your sobriety comes with a huge price tag. And it's not just about the risk of relapse, it's about the slow motion dismantling of the person you're fighting so hard to become. The constant stress and criticism can lead to crushing anxiety and depression. Your self worth, which is so vital to build in recovery, gets worn down with every passive aggressive comment and manufactured fight. You might even start to believe the negative things they say. That sense of guilt, shame, and loneliness can feel overwhelming, even when they're right there next to you. And in that exhaustion, old destructive coping mechanisms start to look weirdly appealing again. You might tell yourself that enduring all this pain is a sign of strength, but trust me, real strength lies in recognizing what's breaking you and having the courage to choose a different path. But before we get into the solutions, I just want to say, if this is hitting close to home, please know that you don't have to figure this out alone. There are therapists who specialize in the messy overlap between addiction and relationships. They can arm you with tools like cognitive behavioral therapy to handle these exact situations. Support groups, both online and in person, are also out there, full of people who just get it. You don't have to do this on your own. Breaking free isn't usually some big cinematic moment. It's a series of small internal adjustments that quietly change everything. Here are the three most important mindsets to start building today. First, your sobriety is priority number one, period. This isn't selfish, it's survival. Your recovery is the foundation of your entire new life. Anything or anyone that threatens the foundation is a threat to your future. You have to decide right now that your well being is non negotiable. Second, mindset shift is realizing that boundaries are self love, not punishment. Boundaries are just the lines you draw to protect your own peace. It might sound like, I can't be around you if you're using, or I need you to stop making jokes about my recovery. Saying it calmly and clearly is a way of proving to yourself that you matter. And if someone throws a fit or ignores your boundaries, that's a negotiation tactic. It's a giant flashing sign that the relationship is unhealthy. And the third, and maybe the most important shift is this: your worth is not tied to their approval. Toxic dynamics, especially when addiction is in the mix, have a way of demolishing your self esteem. You might have a voice in your head, one that sounds suspiciously like them, telling you that you're not good enough or you don't deserve better. Healing means you have to start talking back to that voice, reconnect with hobbies you had before them, call up those friends who make you feel seen. The more you build a life that you can genuinely love on your own, the less power their opinion holds. Realizing your partner might be the relapse is a trigger in the gut. It's gut wrenching discovery, it can feel like a total betrayal of the life that you thought you were building together. But it's also an opportunity. It's an opportunity to go all in on yourself and make your sobriety the most important thing in your life. It's a chance to build self respect, real self respect, by drawing firm, healthy lines, and it's your invitation to take back your own self worth. And remember who you are. Separate from anyone else. Letting go is never easy, but staying in your situation that puts you in your recovery on the line is so much harder. You've already proven how incredibly strong you are just by getting this far. You absolutely have the strength to take this next step toward a real, lasting freedom. If you walk this path, please consider sharing your experience in the comments. You never know when your story might be exactly what someone else needs to read today. Thank you for letting me share.